So, students, do you want to introduce what's going to be happening today?
First of all, I'd like to talk about grammar. On behalf of the students of Ilkley Grammar, first of all, I'd like to welcome you both here to this debate. I'll just be running through a quick introduction of both of them. First of all, we have David Robert Bowe, who is a former member of the European Parliament. And he's represented the UK constituency of Cleveland and North Yorkshire, Cleveland and Richmond, and Yorkshire and the Humber for the Labour Party 1989 to July 2004, which, as we all know, are fairly local constituencies. During his term of office in the European Parliament, David Bowe is a full member of the Committee on Environment, Public Health and Consumer Policy, as well as a substitute member of the Parliament's Committee on Industry, External Trade, Research and Energy, which obviously shows that he is a man of much experience and knowledge in his relevant fields. He's also taken the lead on several high-profile environmental issues, and during his 15 years in the European Parliament, he acted as Labour Party and UK government spokesperson on environment, health and consumer affairs, and as a link with DEFRA. And interestingly enough to us, he started his career as a secondary school science teacher and has gained industrial experience in the chemicals sector, holds a Bachelor of Science degree, and now works as a public affairs consultant and is an associate of G+ Europe. And as our second speaker, we have Paul Latham, who has senior management background and over 30 years in UK and international markets, and is the UKIP regional manager of Yorkshire and North Lancashire. And he's also standing as the prospective parliamentary candidate for the Keighley and Ilkley constituency. He has experience as a salesman right from 21. He's worked through middle management into director positions, worked with various companies including the MOD, the National Coal Board, the House of Commons, Asda, Tesco's, Woolworths, Argos, and many others such as that, and holds an MBA of Leeds University Business School and Politics and Economics degree. Also, interesting fact, has helped launch the Rubik's Cube Atari video game system, My Little Pony, and the Monopoly City and County Editions range. Before I pass on to my friends, I'll just outline how it's going on. Mr. David Bowe will speak first, then Paul Latham, and then questions from the audience at the end.
So I'm just going to give you some basic facts on the European Union. It sort of originates in 1951 when the Inner Six signed the Treaty of Paris, thus creating the European Coal and Steel Community. And it has 28 member states, including countries like Austria, France, Germany and Belgium. The UK government sends the EU around a net of 8.6 billion each year. In context to government spending, which is around 675 billion. So, puts it into context.
There's a lot of pressure for an EU referendum at the moment, so there's fears that immigration can't be controlled due to the membership of the European Union, and as a consequence, British wages will be pushed down due to an oversupply of cheap labour from Eastern European countries. There are also fears that the NHS is severely affected by the uncontrolled migration. And sort of the fears of the electorate are reflected in recent election results. So you've got UKIP winning the European Parliament elections back in May, and parties such as UKIP believe that the sovereignty of the UK is threatened by the EU, and yeah. So we'll start with David Bowe.